wanted everybody to get a little, recognition, a pat on the back. I wanted them to hear the applause. You know what I mean? And so that's one of the real reasons I did this film. It's really interesting how deep people go. You never know what they're going to be a fan of. So it's really kind of exciting that, that people are here and they recognize you from all different kinds of things. I mean, but mostly Bender. I don't know the exact date, but I do know that it's in May of 2015, a Simpsons Futurama crossover. Bender and Homer together. Drop in a hat, baby. Boom.
So much of this business is just like a crapshoot, you kind of show up and do the audition and roll the dice and hope for the best. And, once in a blue moon, 15 years later, you're still doing it. And that's kind of what SpongeBob has been for me. There have been a lot of jobs in between and concurrently, but the Sponge is still going. New movie next year and still happening. What isn't my favorite part about this job? As you can tell, the people are really fun. It's great creatively, and it seems a little more functional to me than the on-camera world. I started out doing more on-camera stuff and then couldn't wait to get the hell out of there into voiceover. And for once in my life, I was actually right. I'm hoping that what people will come away from it is just maybe a little bit more of an idea of what the people behind your favorite cartoon characters look like and do, and that it's a real job. I mean, I think there's this sense that you just go and you goof around and kind of read off a piece of paper and la-di-da and show up in your pajamas and it's hard work.
It's actually pretty astounding to take a look, especially with social media the way it is now, to be the voice of Johnny Test, who's 11 years old and really awesome, and Obi-Wan Kenobi. The two of those would never come together, but when people know that, and then they get on your social media or your website and they find out who you are and they write you these letters from everywhere from Russia to Japan to America, it's kind of a trip, and video games too. Video games have affected the whole thing as well because of the work that voice actors do on them.
With the Uncharted series, that's been such a blessing because, not only is it voice, it's also the motion capture. So it's a full performance. That gets pretty taxing because anytime that player moves a joystick, I have to account for those moves at some point, and it's a lot of fun.
It's kind of nice to know that I've been apparently I've been a lot of bedtime stories to a lot of people out there, and now they're 6'5", they're 25, 30, 40 years old. So yeah, it's not bad. I like it because it's stuff that I would do all day long for free. And I always say that if you can make a list of things you do all day long for free and do them well enough to somebody will pay you, do it. So I'm happy.
Well, I suppose I could, but only for a smackerel. And of course, I gotta do some bouncing.
So don't try that at home.
Creating characters through your acting abilities and making these beings come to life. And we have so many great fans on Twitter and all over the universe saying how much they love us and how much we helped them grow up. So maybe the general population will get some of that tonight.
With so much stuff going on in the world today, it's really important. And I got a letter the other day with somebody who's dying of leukemia, and he's 24 years old, and he wrote to all of us saying how much we meant to him. And I thought, my friends are doctors and lawyers, and what do I have to give? Well, I guess we're bringing laughs and a bit of time away, and that's pretty cool. So I'm proud of what we do.
I feel really blessed that I get to work on projects that are well written. That's what you aspire to as an actor, and if they touch people, you're just luckier. I'd love to see a King of the Hill movie, and at the end of it, probably Bill would die eating a hot dog, probably on the john, wedged behind the door so they couldn't get him.
There's obviously a lot of great features being made, and I was lucky enough with an actor named Roger Craig Smith to be in the movie Planes. So I played El Chupacabra, and Roger Craig Smith played Rip Slinger. And it was one of those things where, it was nice to see people from our ilk, i.e. voiceover actors, getting into feature film.
I've been working in the industry for a long time, so I've had many years to find out who the top talent are, and they've become my friends, so I'm kind of able to hire my friends, which is a beautiful thing.
Fans will get to see the faces behind the voices, which is rare because,
when you're a working cartoon actor, you go to restaurants and nobody knows who you are. So that's the cool part about this for fans. I was a 5-year-old kid who wanted to be Porky Pig when I grew up. So I'm living my dream. The industry's changed a lot over the years. First of all, technology's brought voiceover to anybody with a home computer and a $100 microphone. You still have to be in LA if you want to do cartoons, but there's more work today than there ever has been. There are more opportunities with online, with webisodes, but it also means it's more competitive.